Right. Where is Anton?
Oh, sorry.
There he is.
I thought that was a record button.
Are we recording?
Should be.
Dan is recording.
Dan is recording.
Yeah, it'll come up. It'll come up in the middle, in the end of the video. Anyone can grab hold of it and save it in the chat.
Why am I recording? I don't know what to do with the video once the recording's done.
No. Trust me. When it goes, like, if you enter this call now, it'll go in the chat and you can just download it.
Oh, so you can get it as well.
Yeah, but if worse comes to worse, you can just send it over.
He'll be fine. He knows what he's doing. He's ginger.
Fucking hell.
I'm glad someone does.
And that bottle looks like my bottle from earlier.
Oh, that piss bottle.
Right, so did we get any suggestions for names for this podcast or whatever this is?
No.
No.
Suggestion.
We've got any
ideas?
Name the podcast. That should be the name of the fucking...
That should be the name of the podcast. Name the podcast. No, the name of this episode should be named the podcast.
The podcast with no name.
Yeah.
Probably be like the Not Yet Pro Muscle Podcast.
That'd be good. They're not yet pro.
4 lads just talking shit.
Yeah, the irrelevant podcast. I seriously don't know any names.
Don't worry about a name. We'll think about that later.
We'll think about it.
If you're listening, you've done the right thing. You clicked on the right video.
You have.
Don't worry about that.
And you can always suggest names in the commentaries.
I'm currently chomping on a bagel. But what's going on here? All right, let's go welcome. We might as well go around and introduce each other, yourselves, and let people know about yourself. So if you don't know who anyone is, then you will know who people are. Shall I start, as I'm already yakking on?
You can start with your majestic beard.
Okay. Wow, that's a nice compliment. I like that. Majestic beard. So if you don't know who I am Ginger Josh. We'll be called Ginge or Ginger in this, hence why the name Ginger Training is my Instagram. Because there's loads of Joshes around. Simples. My background within the industry, I competed in 2018 for the first time. Did PCA London and come second. Got beaten by Jay Maid. Can't say his full name. Don't think I know his full name, but he fucking beat me on size. I got battered. And then went through the British finals and was clearly the smallest fella on the stage. But I think condition gave me a 6th place finish, which is pretty good for a rookie's first ever season ever. And from there, took a love from the bodybuilding. And from this whole year, if you haven't followed me already, I've just been eating, training, sleeping, trying to get massive. So that's pretty much me right now within bodybuilding. And if you don't like it, tough.
How much weight have you gained since this year? So from the beginning of the year to the end of the year?
So January I was like 82 kilos. I remember that.
I haven't got a clue.
Fucking hell, mate. I'm a kilo man. Right, we'll work
82 kilos. That's about 179, 180 pounds, call it.
And then this morning I weighed at 94.9, fasted after a big poo and a wee, and it was a dehydrated piss.
This is about what, 30 pound then?
Yeah, about that. And I've got kept my kept condition pretty good. I'll probably towards the end of the right near the end of the year, Christmas, I'll put a comparison on Instagram for everyone. So we sort of see the difference. But yeah.
And are you happy?
Oh yeah, too right, mate. Probably this is like the biggest I've ever been, the strongest I've ever been. And like I was saying it to Jordan, we were talking about it last week. I finally feel like I've built my frame. Like I can sort of see what I'd look like, but I'm just going to look a bigger version, if you know what I mean. And I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
like if I'm at 94, like almost pretty much 95, and I'm like, looking kind of a little bit dense. Well, what am I going to look like at fucking? Let's go for pounds, so Dan understands. What am I going to look at 250? Do you know what I mean? And like my goal is to be fucking 300 pounds. One day I want to get on those scales and then to go. You remember that little meme that come out with that guy lifting weights, eating the protein powder, and he steps on the scales and it explode. I generally want that to go out. I want to get on there and it'd be like, boom! Oh fucking hell! Oh Chanel, come in here. Take a photo of this. Take a photo of that. 300 pounds on there. I can't wait. Do you know what I mean? Fucking, that's what I want. Just like just a mass ball. Like, who the fuck? And also. A bit about me, about my goals, is there's Ginger Mass Monsters. There's one that I can name off the top of my head who's on the pro scene at the minute. It's Flex Lewis, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, we've got Harry Harris, but Harry Harris, he sort of shaves his head. He's got a nice big ginger beard. And do you know what I mean? There's only two. And how many normal non-gingers are there? That's the rest of the bodybuilding.
Is Flex ginger?
Flex is kind of, well, I don't know. He might get offended by that.
Yeah, his beard is rather ginger.
Because he'd knock me out.
I wonder if he's got ginger.
He's got ginger pubes.
Curtains match the carpets, didn't they?
Yeah. Got ginger pubes that mean ginger.
Yeah. If you got, depends what colour your beard have. Because then that's the colour of your pubic hair, really, isn't it? That's what they say.
I get rid of a ginger beard if I really
like ginger beard, but not down there, no.
Most blokes shave it all off, though. Bodybuilders, we shave all the time.
Yeah, that's a pet peeve.
True.
Do you know what I mean?
Not off season, it's full on bear mode then.
Oh, is it? Are you one of those guys?
Yeah, fucking right, mate. Man, I get so fucking fed up with shaving. Show after show, shaving my fucking ass crack. Fuck that. I let it grow.
Mate, I spent about 20 quid on a Philips One Blade. I'm getting my money out of it.
Oh,
Mrs. Oi, come here and shave in between my arse crack. Do you know what I mean? There's a bit of weak old shit on there. Have a bit of that, yeah. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Shaving that arse crack. Can't get round there. That's one thing when you get bigger as well. Can't get round there, can you? You're like that. You're like, oh, fucking sort me out, love. It feels all right, mate. Go on.
Guys, I've got to move location quick.
Just going to move location. All right. Anyway, Josh, why don't you introduce yourself as well, so let people know who you are. They should know who you are anyway.
If you don't know who I am, you're a cunt. You should know. Because you should know who I am. No, I'm very messy. I'm Joshua Kinsey-Clough, and I am two-time British PCA British champion. Had a pretty decent season in 2019 and won a lot of shit, but then I came fifth in the universe and that was crap. So I need to redeem myself in 2021 and win. But no, I've been bodybuilding now for 4 years competitively. Won my first show, got top 6 in the British in 2016. And then from there, I just thought, fuck it, I like this shit. Let's carry on going. So I did 2 shows in 2017, got second and third. In 2018, I won pretty much every show. I won the British, I got top 3 in the world, and I won NABA UK Class 3 as my debut. So I was in Classic and PCA. And then this year, I won the Body Power Welsh in Class 3 in the overall, NABA England Class 3 in the overall, PCA British Class 3, and 5th in the universe. So,
not much then.
No.
Yeah, it's a decent year. It was a fairly happy with that. But it's still not good enough.
I saw you at the prayer. I thought you looked epic.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You're never content though, are you? Like, I was very happy with this year. I was happy with the results. I was happy with my physique. I was happy with how much I come on, but still wasn't. I was happy. I was happy, but wasn't happy, if you know what I mean. I just think more. I need more everything. Like
you're very what's the word? Unassuming. So you met my mum at Body Power when we were together talking at that time.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, and Yeah. She really likes you. They're just talking to you, and she saw your posing routine come on stage, and I tapped her on the shoulder and said, "Oh, that was Josh who we were talking to earlier," and she said, "Is it? Because when you strip down, look totally different to what you look like in clothes. Very
like I'm very small. Like I'm not a big bodybuilder at all. I hope to be when next time I step on stage, but I mean my physique sort of just comes to life because of my lines and my symmetry. It's not down to actual mass itself. Like I'm standing backstage and I look like shit. I look like a 12-year-old girl. There's not a line on me. There's not a vein on me. There's literally sweet fuck all. And I'm just standing there chewing my sweets and waiting to go on stage. And then as soon as the lights hit, it's like, oh, all right. He's not too bad. Yes. I get that a lot, that I'm very unassuming. Most people don't think... like if you walked into a gym and saw a load of people and said, who's the best bodybuilder in this gym? I'm the last person anyone would pick. Clothed up in a gym. Literally no one would.
It's very rare that you're wearing shorts that are short enough to see. Crazy.
So that's me. And I hope to be a pro in the next 2 to 3 years. I hope to be on the Olympia stage in the next 5 to 7 years.
Is that in classic or open or?
No, 212. Yeah,
so, pro. Do you want to turn pro as an open bodybuilder or a classic?
I want to turn pro as a bodybuilder.
Well, mate.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a 18 to 24 month off season now, and it's simply to grow, like get my arms up, get my delts up, get my back up, and just get as much mass on me as possible without losing my shape. But by the time, pardon?
I don't think you ever will.
I hope not. I'll do everything I can to make sure I don't. But no, by the time I get on stage next, I won't make classic. But I couldn't make classic weight this year, and I'm small. I couldn't. I think I'd have to drop about 12 pound or 10 pounds to make classic weight.
How much stage? Oh, gone. So, how much stage weight have you put on since you've been since you first step on stage? Because you've done, yeah.
I've put on about 25 pounds, I think.
Ooh. It's a bit saucy, that, isn't it?
From about 11 kilos, about 11, 12 kilos.
How heavy were you? Did you step on stage this year?
This year, at the Universe, at the morning of the Universe, I was 84, but I was very flat. The day before, I was 86, and it was the best I'd ever looked. So, like my true stage weight at my best would be about 86 kilos. But at the British, I was 82 this year.
Not sure, man. How tall are you again?
5'7".
Oh yeah, 5'7". Oh, I see. Yeah,
so pretty cool.
Yeah, I was just trying to figure out then, like, because you said you want to do 2-on-2 if you got it to a pro. Yeah. But you're not necessarily like that short. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like 96. This is the way I look at it. If at my best I'm 86 kilos and I get to, 94, 95 kilos, the 212 cut off, that's very competitive.
Yeah, to be fair, that's true. But don't I know where your heart lies, but say if you did that with your 18-month off season, 24-month, and you like get on the scales and you still got your abs, you're still looking pretty saucy, and you're like 260.
I wouldn't make it 260.
Imagine you at 260 pounds though, man.
I doubt I'd get up there. I mean, I'm 205 at the moment.
All right, fuck. I see.
I'm not a very heavy person. I've got very small joints. My joints are fucking tiny.
That's the same with me. I'm not very heavy.
I don't think I'm made to be like 280, 290.
Okay. But if you did, would your mind change? Would you like, you know what?
Yeah, I mean, if I couldn't make 212 weight, then I'd go into open.
Pretty interesting. So I just wanted to get that. I just wanted to get that out there so people know, because you asked me about how much weight I put on this year, etc.
Josh, you've definitely got the type of physique that if you put 5 pounds on it, it looks like 20. Just the way your lines flow.
Right.
So,
It's just adding the size in the right places. Like, I trim my quads once every 12 to 18 days. I'll smash my arms like 3 times a week now, my delts as well, my back, and then I'll do my chest like once every 10 days. I just need to grow certain areas that really do lack when I'm standing against people who have good body parts that I lack, you know? Because put on overall size, like you train your whole body the same, and I'm just gonna be as I wouldn't say disproportionate, but like my legs grow just looking at a fucking squat rack. I don't need to hammer my legs anymore. It's just adding tissue in the right areas.
It's a Welsh thing.
It's a Welsh thing.
Yeah. Flex Lewis. There's that natural guy, Jack Thorburn. He's got big fucking quads. Welsh thing.
yeah.
Welsh thing.
So what about you, Kensem? Who's next? Less about me.
I'll vote from Save the Best.
All right. I first competed at 18. First show was I competed with NABBA. First show was the Midlands, won it. Then went into the British 4 weeks after, got a second in the British first year competing. Didn't decide to do the Universe. Knocked on head to have a longer off season. I thought, if I'm not first at the British, I'm not going to be first at the Universe. So I took it off. I then grew to there. And then come back to the British again this year, an extra 15 pounds heavier. And I got third, but the decision could have gone either way. I then done another 2 shows, which was the Barbarian Classic, which is just a local federation done by Sam Bennett. Do you know Sam Bennett?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's his show up in Grimsby. Got first at that, and then done the UK BFF Classic and got first in that as a junior.
How old are you now?
Just turned 21.
How much do you weigh now?
I'm sitting at 280, 282.
That's just stupid.
That's 6'1".
You're 6'1". Still, it's big for 6'1". For a 21-year-old.
I'm happy with that. Like Josh said, can you stand there and be happy? You got your abs. You're not blown out too much. You know, I could probably push a bit more, but it'd be sloppy.
As I say, I see you in the gym really frequently, and you don't look like you're over your limit at all. You look very cool.
What my game plan is now is to stick at 280, probably drop a little bit, probably get to like 277, and just hold it for it, and make that look good. So that when prep starts, you know, it's now just going to be nice, slowly chipping away. Hopefully another probably 12 pounds added on my stage weight again.
You got any plans for competing soon?
I'm going to do the NABBA British again because my last year was a junior with NABBA. So I want to get that title. So I've already qualified, but I want to do the qualifier, which will be the Midlands again. Touch wood, take the first, and then go into the British, which is 3 weeks after this year. And ideally clean up, take the first at the British, then go on to the Worlds, and then, depending on where the Universe falls, do the Universe. And then, once I'm out of NABBA, I'll then probably go into the Class 1s and see where I stand. Which I'm hoping for, obviously, some big guys in NABBA Class 1s.
Yeah, but they're all sitting around 280, 290 in their off season as well. Yeah. You know?
Well, I know Jim Giorgio quite well, who was obviously quite high up in that Class 1, and he's a monster, like a living monster.
Yeah, he's fucking huge.
I think he sits at probably like 310, 320 in his off season, peak off season.
Yeah.
I mean, he was at the Barbarian Classic with me, and he was like, Luke was just started prep, and they looked in the same ballpark. How is a physique like that not yet turned pro? Unless he hasn't really warranted shows to turn pro yet.
Yeah, you see some of these people in person, man. I mean, I was standing backstage at the Universe, and I had Dan McNabb, Giorgio, Josh Maley, Jack Brooker, and Andy Scott, and I'm there like, what the fuck?
Jeez.
Like, they're big boys.
Who's a better poser though, you or Andy Scott?
Oh,
That's a good battle.
Ooh.
Who's a better poser? We both have our own styles.
Scotland versus Wales.
Yeah, Celtic class.
Stick.
He's a very good poser. I admire Andy very much because he's a very good poser and he does have the size. He has one of those old school physiques. He knows how to show his physique off to make it look the best it can be. And I admire that a lot. And his posing routine is outstanding.
I saw Andy pose at the British finals this year at NABBA. And it's like, as soon as he walked on stage, you're just locked on. Honestly, you're just following.
Yeah.
I've never seen someone pose like that, I'll be honest.
He is very good posing. Who's better? I'd say we just got our own styles. We're both very good posers. We just got our own different styles.
So in other words, you're just being modest and you're better.
No, not at all. I look up to him, man.
I heard it. Don't worry, I heard it. I mean, I know what you mean. No, you're very different. I mean, I think I prefer your physique to his, but the fact that he has a very good physique, but the fact that he look like that is a testament to his posing because he has a
totally.
And to look like that and pose like that and pull that off, it just shows he must be a brilliant body.
I mean, there's not many people that pose like me, and someone that can do it with 50 pounds on me, that's impressive as fuck.
Yeah.
You know, it looks awesome.
I mean, that's probably my weakest point is posing and just general presentation. The physique's there, it's just showing it.
It's most people's weakness.
Yeah.
Josh, did you stay for the Pro AMs at the PCA British?
Yes, I did.
I had Andy probably winning that.
Winning? No, I wouldn't.
I did.
No, the guy that won was very freaky. Like, he was bubbly and like he had some crazy muscle to him. He had a very nice skin tone as well, which does look very good. But no, he was the guy with the man bun, yeah?
Yeah.
He was thick as hell, man. Like, he was dense.
I think he's quite short, you're quite short, so you're going to look to that kind of physique as something you...
Probably, yeah, totally. We're all drawn towards what we can aspire to be.
That's true.
But yeah, he was very dense and thick and just had slabs of muscle hanging off him. And he was peeled to the bone, man. He was fucking diced.
I didn't...
So, Ant, your next comp, what kind of months are they falling across?
NABBA Midlands falls on the 10th of May, and it's just been released that the NABBA British is the 30th of May. So you got a nice sort of 3 weeks between them. They're the ones obviously are mainly on my radar at the minute. And then after the Worlds. The Worlds usually falls exactly a week after the British. So I'm hoping that'll be that.
Do you want to do a warm-up show with me?
What's that?
3rd of May, British Finals. Not British Finals.
What's that, sorry?
British Grand Prix. 2 bros. Do the juniors. Then we can watch a pro show in the afternoon.
That's put a spanner in my works.
You say you like doing a few shows before the big one.
I like doing one show before the big one. I don't know, what date's that?
3rd of May.
3rd of May. Oh. That's only a week out from the qualifier. I don't see why not.
The only issue with it is it's like fucking 100 quid to register, so it'd be 100 quid charges. So I think it's fucking.
Is it still hundreds? Is it still in the hundreds to register?
Mate, even if it's 80, it's fucking stupid. It's way too much money.
I think
For an amateur show, like, what the fuck?
UK BFF this year was 75.
Really?
Yeah. I only went up there because my mate was competing. I thought, oh, I'm still in shape. I'll go on stage. And then it was 75 quid. And then to enter another class, I wanted an extra 25.
Yeah, but that's because they have no competitors because everyone knows their shit.
Yeah.
They have to charge everyone stupid amounts of money to actually be able to maintain themselves as a federation. Otherwise, they got to dip into their own pockets. That's pretty much how it works.
Mm.
Fucking Josh was going in.
He
does no giving a fuck.
To
be fair, that's fair enough. I mean, the two bros shows this year, when the junior categories did come on, there was only like one or two juniors.
Yeah, that's something deterring me from doing it. I think I am competing on the 3rd of May, and it was either do one of my qualifiers for the Worlds, for PCA Worlds. So you've got on the 3rd of May, you've got the Central in Leamington, but on the 2nd of May, you've got the Benelux show in Holland. Then on the 3rd of May, also, you've got two bros British Grand Prix, and I don't want to miss the pro show.
Yeah, that's a good reason to compete.
Yeah.
Do you get to watch the pro show for free if you compete?
What do you think so?
I would assume so.
Yeah, you pay
£100.
£100, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's
Unless I don't do a junior category and I just do a men's category.
I wouldn't bother doing junior. I'd enter men's personally.
Well, that's what I'm thinking this year, because on stage I'm clearly dwarfing the other juniors, and I think may as well put it to better use.
I mean, the way I see it from my perspective is, if you are, if you're, as you say, dwarfing juniors, you want to go up against people who would be hard to beat to see where you stand.
Bigger competition, yeah.
Of course, it's a challenge, you know. That's just my perspective.
Still, there's some still good smaller juniors out there.
There are some very good small juniors out there.
You know, I mean, a good example of that would be the British Finals, the PCA British Finals 2018. I mean, Ryan Cooley turned up and he was fucking huge.
Mm.
He was fucking massive, you know. And Joe Cross, he's 5'6", 5'7", and he fucking was like on his tail.
Joe Cross is a very good bodybuilder.
But you know what I mean? Short, but you know what I mean? There's some still. That's one thing I like about the junior category is the especially watching it. Maybe not so much when you're competing because you're not really thinking about it. When you're watching it, you think like, oh, look at that big tall fucker. Look at that short fucker. He's fucking dense as a fuck. Do you know what I mean? It's watching that and it's like it's battling out. You know, it's the David and Goliath situation.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I like that.
Who won the 18 finals, juniors?
Matty Innes.
Oh, yeah.
With his massive quads.
With his abs, just big all over, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's just a monster.
He was a mega monster. he come out of nowhere as well.
Joe Cross came second.
Joe came second. Just come out. Matt come out of nowhere. One thing I remember is, but like, I remember speaking to him when we were getting registered. And one thing we were getting registered at PCA. I can't say his name. It was Matt. I think it's Matt Tofton. Does everyone know who he is? The really good bodybuilder. He was queuing and he was waiting in line. And then one of the guys was like, "Right, juniors, come on then." And he looked so angry. And I was the first in line. I was like, I don't want to walk in front of him. One, I know who he is on Instagram, and I think he's a cool dude, right? And two, he looks really pissed off because he's been waiting for about 20 minutes, and we've all just been sitting there chin wagging, not waiting in line. And then I spoke to Matt, and he was wearing his clothes, didn't think of much. And then when we were starting, we started pumping up. He took his kit off, and then everyone had a little look around. I'm like, fucking hell, who's this bloke? Do you know what I mean?
Talking of jokes, out of all the juniors that I competed against in the British final stage, he impressed me the most.
Who's that? Joe?
Joe, yeah. I mean, one thing, I don't know what it was. I think it was just he was complete. To me, he was complete.
He is very complete. He's very complete.
Head to toe is complete.
Lewis White, fucking huge. Wide, like Jay Cutler wide. you know, like big delts. Jay, he was just, I think it's just aesthetic.
He's just dense as fuck as well.
Side poses, lights out. Side poses, lights out.
Jay's arms are thicker than my quads. Like, Jay's arms are thick as hell, and his chest is thick, his back's thick. He's just very thick, heavy muscled. Yeah, he's just dense as fuck, man.
He's thicker than a Snickers bar.
But Joe is very complete, extremely complete.
And Pierce, who came second, he was very impressive. And I would personally.
Well, I said this to you, and to you on your podcast. Said to you at the finals. Said to you on your podcast, I believe. Yeah, I had him winning.
I don't know, another one. He just come out of nowhere, though, didn't he?
I didn't know what he was.
That's Cuba's athlete.
Yeah, no. He come out of nowhere. The funny thing is, he messaged me when I competed, saying he was wanting to compete in for some advice, and I said to him, "Get a coach." I mean, that was my advice. It was something about gear and something about competing. And I said, "Get a coach." That was my advice.
Anyone listening that's thinking of competing, get a coach.
To get a coach.
That's like the best advice you can get.
It is. That's something also, listening today. I was listening, busy at work, as usual, listening to the Fuad podcast. I listened to it. And he gets loads of questions of people like asking, like, "Oh, I'm 200 pounds. I'm about 24% body fat. How many calories do I need to eat?" And it's like, the weirdest thing is, he's like, this sounds like, this is like, your questions too, it's like you're just asking for a coaching question. And he's like, there's so many variables going into it. And he was just like, my answer is get a coach. You sound like you need a coach. But like, when people ask those questions, because obviously we're going to dive into our questions, and you, like, I don't know if you guys ever get questions like that, or people ask you stuff like that. Most likely you've always had someone ask you, or even just come up to you in the gym and gone, "What do I need to do?" And it's just like, oh my fucking Lord. But it's a bit like it's with that like with the question about getting the coach. It's that people want a yes or no answer to it. Do you know what I mean? It's not black and white. It's like there's no black and white answer to it. You can't just, "Oh yeah, you need this." There's no straightforward answer. Do you know what I mean?
No, but people are stupid.
People don't get it. Like, people don't get that straight away. Like, what? Like, what? It's you can't just flick a switch. It's not like electricity. That's the right way. That's the wrong way. Do you know what I mean?
It's just fucking stupid, though. Like, I get stupid. Someone messaged me the other day and said, "Sauerkraut, bro, any good? I'm gonna get some." And I'm like, "For what? You don't like the taste of it? If you don't like the taste of it, then what the fuck does this question entail?"
Sauerkraut. Be like, you're asking the wrong dude.
Talking of sauerkraut, whilst we're on that, I got a question. Somebody said, let me get it up now. Somebody said, tips for digestion. I said sauerkraut. He said, great.
It is.
Yeah, but he came to me and he took a picture of the bot in the jar on the shelf in the supermarket. What does that mean? It means it's going to do fuck all because it's a live bacteria. It needs refrigerating. So he basically just bought some fucking expensive vegetable that's going to do nothing for his gut biome.
Did you tell him that?
I let him buy another 2 before I told him because I know it.
One of the things most people should do for digestion, man, is just like take out food slowly that they're currently eating and see what fucks with them.
The trial and error.
It's just like you could be eating something that you're really intolerant to. You don't think you are because you're God, and then all of a sudden you take out oats from your diet, and all of a sudden you go to the toilet more regular and you feel great. But then you're sad because you really like oats, but you just got to suck it up and have fucking cream rice instead. There you go.
Nothing better than having a big poo.
Amazing. There's nothing worse than having shit digestion.
Oh yeah. Post-show digestion, once you fucking binge a little bit, it's fucked. And your ass stinks. And your missus kicks around your own bed when you sleep on the sofa. And it stinks of farts. It's quite funny though, isn't it? It's really shit at the moment, but you think back to it, you're like, that's brilliant. Just farting, stinking. Fucking hell, what's going on here? Sorry, I think man's been attacked outside my yard. Oh, well. Go on, Dan, you haven't introduced yourself, mate.
Yeah.
You've been hiding in the corner.
Yeah, as I say, best to last, of course.
Got your Jordan hat on as well, look at that.
Jordan. Because I need a haircut, mate.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. So basically, that's my name. I'm Dan Bastick. I competed this year. It's my first year competing this year. I did London PCA, and unlike Ginger over here, I actually won it.
Oh, fuck!
Shots. Then the week later, I did the finals. I came 5th. Whatever happened. And now I'm in my season. That's about it, really. Just trying to get huge as fuck.
Yeah, I thought you like that. I like that one.
Keep it nice and short. I'm currently 21 weeks out, come this Sunday, from any show that would take me on the 3rd of May. I haven't yet decided, clearly. I'm thinking 2 bros because I do want to watch the British Grand Prix. I think there's some good bros up because of last year, and I think Luke's doing it as well. So that'd be quite a cool show to watch.
Yeah.
Why are you competing so early in the year?
Because I'm no longer a junior from July 23rd onwards, and I want a title, and I want that fucking World Championship title.
Okay, that makes sense.
So 2 weeks later after that will be my qualifier for the Worlds, is Body Power.
Right.
That's on the 16th of May. Then 2 weeks after that will be World Championships.
Okay. That makes sense. That makes total sense.
Yeah. I think we're going to surprise a lot of people this year. People are going to say, fucking hell, you've put on a lot of size. It's not going to be that. It's going to be that I've retained a lot of size. Going into this year's shows, I lost a lot of size. Particularly in my legs, which, if you watch the podcast me and Ginge did, you'll know why, so I'm not going to go into that. But, yeah, I think people are going to be surprised. It's not going to be muscle gained, it's going to be muscle retained, really.
Okay.
So, currently, go on.
What would you put that down to? Overdieting?
What did I what?
What would you put the muscle you lost during prep down to? Overdieting?
Not listening to my coach. I've got a tendency. Not more is more for everything, but if I feel like I'm not working hard enough, I'm not content. About 4 weeks out, I was told to cut cardio. I doubled it. Just because I was like, are you sure, mate? Like, this doesn't seem right. And I found it really mentally hard because Jordan has to pull me back. Hence why now I'm having 5 days off the gym. I would go for 3 weeks. But in that 3 weeks, I would definitely get injured. Because I'm like at a peak right now where I'm on the edge of every time I train with my strength. And that's limited by the fact that I've got no drugs in my system right now. I'm on the back end of a cruise.
No drugs.
After 5 rest, I should be refreshed up and little niggles. I get niggles every session, to be honest. Will be healed up and I'll be ready to push again to go all-time strength. But I put it down to overworking myself. Like, I didn't tell Jordan that I didn't do cardio. I doubled my cardio until after the London show when I fucked up everything else. So he said, like, oh, what else did you do wrong? And I basically did a whole list of everything I did wrong.
Can I ask, what did Jordan do? Because he doesn't... It'd be like a right fucking bollocking. I just swear, like, what did he ever go good bollocking at you?
Well, not as bad as I thought he would, to be honest, because I summed up the whole situation, what happened, and I kind of explained why I'm a fucking idiot and how I'm going to rectify it. And my way of rectifying it is I'm doing the British finals next week. No matter how I look, all I need to do is do exactly what you tell me, and I'm going to prove that I can do that. And that was hard enough because He had me sitting on my ass the whole week, eating hundreds and hundreds of grams of carbs a day, doing nothing, and it worked. But it was really hard for me to do that.
Mm.
I was £10. I was £10 up from London to the British, and I looked better. So,
listen to your coach, guys.
Listen to your coach. But were you scared he's going to tell you off? Like his response, waiting for his reply.
I've known Jordan for so long. It's like he still does put the fear of life in me sometimes.
Yeah, he does me too. I'm not going to lie.
What
are you laughing at, chaps? He's a big unit.
Not that. It's that I don't want to disappoint him. I really look up to Jordan, and not like most people do, because most people have only known him the last 3 years. I've known him when he was really coming up, since I was about 16, 17. And he was probably the first bodybuilder I saw in a gym. The first kind of gym I went to, I had a proper membership at. I walked in, and that was the first big fucker I saw. And, and that I saw that, and I thought, I've got to do that. I want that. So when you have that first person that got you into the sport, you don't want to let them down. And he invested a lot of time into me with advice when I was younger, and before we ever got together with coaching. So yeah.
So you got a really good relationship with him?
I think so. I do try to keep it mildly formal as well, because I want that proper coach-athlete relationship where if I do something wrong, I'm still scared of him.
Oh, I'm shit scared of my coach.
Yeah.
Like he's like my.
You were laughing at us a minute ago, Josh. You were taking the piss, laughing at me.
I was laughing because James is fucking. If I didn't follow his plan and told him, he'd fucking rip me a new arsehole twice.
Actually, I could see that.
Wouldn't have a problem with your digestion then, though, if you had 3 bumholes.
No, that's very true. I've been going to the toilet very frequently.
It'd be well easy to go to the toilet.
It's good that you got a good relationship with your coach. So I think it's very important to. Like, me and James got an extremely good relationship. I'm working now for 4 years, and he is like he's like my old man. Like, I respect him that much, and he treats me like a son. But we do have that athlete coach relationship where he's my coach. I'm his athlete, And if he says jump, I ask how high. But if I disagree with what he says, I do say, James, can we do things this way? And then he'll listen to me, take it on board. If he agrees, then sound. And if he doesn't, he'll tell me why. And we go and we do things that way,
Yeah.
But I am shit scared of him. In a very good way. He just keeps me grounded.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing now?
4 years. But since I started competing.
Yeah, same as me with Jordan.
Yeah, I won't. I doubt I'll ever change, to be honest.
I've been training for like 4.5 years.
You got it all together, man.
First time I stepped into the gym was like 4.5 years ago. You guys are stepping on stage, fucking shit up. I was like still wearing a fucking Asics to my dad's fucking hand-me-down, mate, walking into a commercial gym like, what's going on here?
What are all your goals within the bodybuilding?
Well, I think nearly all of them. I want to, go to a professional level of the sport, make a positive impact within the sport and the industry, and fulfill the ginger mass monster. As much as I joke about it, it's something I want to do.
That's fair.
That sort of relates onto it. I got a question, and it was like, how many of us work in the fitness industry? And I don't. Who else? But who doesn't?
I do.
I do.
And Dan, you're obviously a student, and you're a PT, or not PT, you're a coach, aren't you, Dan?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what they said to me, obviously, what's your goals? And my job's completely away from bodybuilding completely. So like, I wish if I was like a PT or coach, it's all for one, if you know what I mean. Like your lifestyle and job goes hand in hand with bodybuilding.
Yeah.
But goals are professional status to the point you can probably leave your old job behind. I can't do one without the other at the minute. But,
yeah. That's probably a goal of mine too. That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Full-time athlete life would be fucking awesome. But then
I beg to differ. I get bored. Like, yeah, I understand it frees you up to do all the shit you got to do. But I mean, prepping your meals, training, cardio, there's always time for that, regardless of what you're doing.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with you. I would miss human interaction, but I would carry on. I'd probably take on more. I do S&C classes. I'd probably do more of them. Probably do one. Do one every day of the week. Take that on more, and probably have more online clients as well, because I do like that human interaction. I did say that to someone today actually. I was like, you miss that human interaction, that just sort of, you'd be a bit lonely at times, wouldn't you? Do you know what I mean? Sometimes it just
if it was full time.
Yeah, it would just takes it off. But I mean, it wouldn't be like if I was doing S&C classes, it would be 3 hours in the evening or 3 hours in the morning. But it's still not fucking going to work though, is it? It's still not 8 hours of your whole day taken away. It's like, well, it's convenient for me to do this. that's like that, isn't it? I enjoy this subject. I really like getting people doing lifts, and I like coaching people. And also, it's human interaction, and it's convenient for me, and then you're getting paid.
No, totally, man. But I think,
as long as if you're an aspiring bodybuilder and you want to turn pro, until you turn pro and you're good enough that you can live off the earnings that can come with being pro, not that that's very often these days, your job has to go with the lifestyle. So you need to be able to eat, you need to be able to train when you need to train, you need to be able to get enough sleep, so the hours have to be very, favourable.
But I think any job caters for that, as long as you set up your routine right. Like anyone that says I haven't got time, you're a fucking bullshitting excuse making.
Yeah.
Period. Because I've worked in car sales, and I've worked in a warehouse, and I've worked in supermarkets, and I've always found time to eat my meals, train, do my fucking cardio, and whoever says they can't, they're just full of shit. They just don't want it bad enough. If you want something bad enough, you fucking do it, period.
I always think there's a very negative approach to people when they're like, oh, I can't do this, I can't do, I don't have the time. It's what we call in like teaching and coaching, it's a smoke screen. You're putting up a smoke screen. You've put a smoke screen up even before you've even tried. It's like kids, I can't fucking do it, I can't do this, I can't do that. You put a smoke screen up, of course you can. Fucking grow some bollocks and do it. Do you know what I mean?
That's exactly what it is, though.
I can't lift the bar. Have you tried to lift the bar up? No? Well, you put a smoke screen up, lift the fucking bar, grow a pair. Oh, you've done it. Oh, well done. You feel good about yourself. It's the same.
I had a client sign up with me yesterday.
I'm just going to go for a piss.
We were talking about plan setting. He had an issue with, well, what if I'm away on trips and stuff like that? Well, these trips, they're not spontaneous. They're coming up. So what's your excuse? And he says, well, what do I do? I say, you find a way. It's none of my business. You find a way.
I think it depends as well on what you aspire to, because I've got clients that if they're going away and say, oh, mate, I've got to go away for work. I'm like, all right, well, don't be a fucking fat, stupid cunt. You can make healthy choices. If you don't want to take your food, you don't have to. But it's because you don't want to, because you can. But if you don't want to, then make healthy choices. You have a life to live, and I don't expect you to be as regimented as me because I'm aspiring to be a pro bodybuilder. But if that isn't your goal, then you can still make healthy choices so you don't turn into a fat cat.
But at the same time, do you not get concerned with clients that come up with this and they said, well, I'm going to be a bit lazy and you're going to be okay with it because I'm not aspiring to be a pro bodybuilder. But that's
it depends. If I say to someone, "Are you happy with the progress you're making?" and they say, "Yes, I generally am, and I'm better, happier, healthier version of myself. My life is that much better now, even though I'm not 100% dedicated to everything that you were asking me to do. I am much more dedicated than I was prior to working with you, and my life is better for it." Then yes, I'm happy, because I also understand that not everyone needs to be as dedicated as I am.
Yeah, fair enough. But for me, I care so much about progress. I suppose I kind of detach from the emotional a little bit. And when clients are making progress and how much progress they're making, that's a reflection on me. That's my portfolio.
I agree with that 1,000%, and I am on the exact same level. Like, I care more about. I'm results driven. You know, the money is something we all need to live, and that's the only reason I charge people. If money wasn't an issue, then I would not charge anyone. I'd do this for free because I love helping people. But that being said, as I said, someone whose life is a little bit better or that much better, even if they're not 100% dedicated and they're still making progress, even if it's slower than I would want it to be, that's still progress, and it's still positive, you know. I've had clients that have said to me, 2 weeks on a trot, they haven't stuck to anything at all, and I'm like, "Look, here's your money, fuck off." Why? Because I don't want you to take up a spot in my business that someone could actually be benefiting from, because you're a cunt. I don't want your money. I don't want you. Just go, because you're not doing anything. As someone who's trying, as I say to people, it's not always, consistency beats perfection. So if someone is consistent 80% of the time, all the time, it's better than being consistent 100% for 2 days and then 50% for 5.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I've just come back, and all I heard was, "I don't want you on my team. You can't stick to it because you're a cunt."
Oh man, everyone's got different. Everyone's got different
In
goals.
your Welsh accent, it sounds so fucking funny. That's the new T-shirt. The new T-shirt. It's going to be Joshua Kinsey-Clough, and it's like big little letters like this, and it's like, "I don't want you on my team because you're a cunt."
I use that word very lightly, by the way.
Yeah. I know where you're from as well, and I think you're similar to me in the fact that you generally care. And when you care, when these clients aren't doing what they're meant to be doing, it stresses you out. And to me, when I get stressed out, it's going to affect my sleep, it's going to affect my training. Now that client is being selfish.
100%. Well, the thing is as well, like, as I said, because I do care, if someone isn't going to make the most of the service I'm willing to provide them, then I can't do my job. So they're literally just paying me for nothing. And I'd rather not have that money and not have to deal with that person because they're fucking annoying me.
I agree with that. Because I said earlier, I don't work in the industry. I do online coaching on the side, but I only take on people who really, really want it. Because if not, it's just wasting my time. I don't need to do it because I'm making money elsewhere. So it's literally just for the drive, seeing people progress. You get a kick out of it. So it's just, if they don't want to give 100%, then I can't be asked because I'm taking time out of my day already.
100%, man. I'm sure there's people out there would happily take these people's money because all they care about is fucking money. But when you actually care about your clients and you care about the progress, you care about them getting a service they're paying for, if they're not making the most of that service, then you can't do anything. You're getting paid for nothing. It doesn't feel right. Go away.
You see people, in the industry, people have just got these cookie cutter plans. They're just poking out left, right, and centre and just taking people money.
Yeah, of course, man.
As simple as that. You see it all the time.
As long as we're on that topic, something that I wanted to go into a little bit is people making bodybuilding too complicated. So especially,
I have. This is now going to be a 12-hour podcast.
This is going to be a run. It's going to run. I feel it coming on. Right. So, bodybuilding is fucking simple. Yeah. And an example of this is actually something that happened today. I was on the treadmill, and the treadmill kind of faced a few machines in our gym. I wasn't doing cardio, so, don't be surprised. It's just, getting the core body temperature up as, whatever. But there's a guy in a Trained by JP jumper, and it's mostly these guys as well, which I find is so ironic because, right, so I thought he's got trained by JP Jumper. I was just watching his routine, how he's going through it. And I thought, okay, he's going to get ready. He's going to pyramid up very slowly, waste no energy, but still get warm at the same time and hit a fucking big lift. Did he fuck? He attached bands onto a flat hammer strength press. Now, hammer strength press already has a disgusting strength curve, yeah? This is an example of what I'm talking about when people like Jordan and other influencers in the industry, they have such a wide scope of people that follow them, but they misinterpret the information they put out. So something I was going to or alluding to on my Instagram was spreadsheet. People, coaches specifically, using spreadsheet, for example, overconfidence. So all you guys coach, do you use spreadsheets?
Fuck no.
No.
What benefit is a spreadsheet?
Gay.
It's probably, yeah, I'm that. It's probably used as a tracking tool, and to me, it shows a bad coach, a coach that can't think on his own 2 feet, and one that relies on technology to give him the answer of what to do with a client.
Yeah, I mean, I just think it complicates everything massively. You know, here's your plan. This is what we're doing. This is what you got to eat. This is how you train.
That's what you do.
What else do you fucking need?
Oh yeah, just send it all nice written up. You're not going to give someone. Send someone over a spreadsheet with a load of shit on. I mean, you might have a spreadsheet for yourself, if your own diary of. I mean, I did a spreadsheet of my prep of calories when they were dropped, blah blah blah, drugs I took when we put them in, so I could look back at it and I showed my friends. That was the only reason. My own personal diary. The only reason I used Excel because it's fucking easy to use.
Mate, if I'm in the car driving somewhere, like I'm a passenger and I'm doing work from my phone, and someone checks in, and I'm like, right, sound, that's your check-in, brilliant. I just go into my documents, copy their diet from the file into my notes, make the changes, send it to them. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's what you need. Where's my spreadsheet? Why do I need a fucking spreadsheet to tell you how many fucking calories we're taking away from your diet? Where's the logic? I don't understand it. Maybe it helps some people. Maybe it does. I'm not against it, but I just think it's stupid.
When you're prepping, go on, Dan.
The thing is with bodybuilding, it's not a numbers game. It's not maths. It's about consistency. So whatever you do, and you do it consistently, you know how to make a change from there.
Exactly.
Now, the reason I use Jordan example is because for some reason, a lot of people are misconstruing what he puts out. And I don't know if people remember, but the starting page of his website, the video, the first long sentence, bodybuilding is so simple.
It really is, though.
People cannot get that, yet they wear his clothing.
But people like would suck his dick if they could as well. Do you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. They pick and choose what they want to take from him. So when he went through a phase of that reps in reserve, that went mad.
Yeah, but everyone's going to follow the leader, innit? You know what I mean?
Funny enough, it only went mad across people who are small. Because they think, it must be an easy way. There is no easy way. It's just consistency.
I just think the people that overcomplicate things, every time a piece of new information is put out there, they take it and try it. So they never stick with anything. And that's why they never make any progress. Because, go on.
I was going to say, the overcomplicating stuff comes from a selling point of view. It's someone who's trying to make money. It's, let's overcomplicate something. So you shit your pants, you get confused, you worry that you're not doing it right, so I buy into your program. It's just stemmed from that. But yeah, it's got out of control. It's like when, put hashtags in your comments. It gets more engagement. Everyone does it. Once one person did it and got better engagement, but their content was good, was really fucking good, right? And it was something interesting and they could take from it, right? Everyone did it because they thought that was the equation. Like that was the equation. That's the mystery that got there. Do you know what I mean? That's part of it, isn't it? It's all adding fuel onto the fire. Is that if I make my stuff really confusing and I don't know, I confuse it and make you feel worried, and the young, naive Ginger Josh is listening to it, shits his pants, shit, I'll buy into his plan. It's only £35 ebook.
And you're something as well that's like really, I think it's overrated, is like different machines. Like you boys might disagree, but I think a fucking leg extension is a leg extension. It doesn't matter where the fuck it's come from, it's still a leg extension. A hack squat's a hack squat, doesn't matter where the fuck it's come from. You can still grow using any machine from any brand.
Oh yeah, you can still grow, but some feel nicer than others.
Some feel a little bit better, but they're all fucking the same.
They're all going to do one job.
You know, they do one job, and let's get you a little bit bigger if you actually eat enough food.
Yeah,
and that's it.
Yeah, you're dead right on there.
Pick the one you can load up the most and make the
Like don't get me wrong, I go into a new gym and I get excited because it's new kit, but I'm fully aware that it's not going to be any fucking different. It's just a new bit of kit, and I'm excited because I like this training thing and it's fun. So that's the only reason. It's not because, oh my god, this fucking this hack squat's gonna make my quads 10 inches bigger than the shitty when I got back. No, it's not.
No. That's a myth, isn't it?
Of course, mate. The hack squat in my gym, like you put 4 plates aside and you're a fucking animal. I've been on hack squats, then I can put like 10 plates aside and I'm like, yeah, all day, baby.
As long as you turn that, I don't know, if you start off on that machine with 2 plates aside for 10 reps, you turn that into 4 plates for 10 reps, that's progress.
Exactly, man.
You wall up some random gym with a fucking hasn't got a hack squat like that, and you put 4 plates on, and you fucking warm up on it. You're like, holy shit, this is going to be insane. Wait, love, get the fucking camera out. This one's going on the gram. It's going viral.
The thing is, everything's getting overcomplicated. Though. Every aspect of bodybuilding is getting overcomplicated.
The thing
From
is,
the food to the training.
It's picking and choosing who you listen to. There's plenty of really good people out there that putting out content that is really that is if you listen to it properly and you listen to it 4 times, if you struggle to listen, you will. It is very simple. Jordan being one of them. If you listen to it, there's people. I've pretty much the whole team, the JP team. They all do it. I mean. Jamie Joe, is that how you pronounce his name? I've butchered his name. But the giant, I mean, he puts stories out daily and he's always walking, puffing and blowing. But if you actually listen to some of the stuff he says, it's just saying stuff it's really simple. And he's giving tips. He's on his fucking story.
I think Jamie is simple as fuck.
And it is, and they're telling it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Thing is, if you are having doubts and you're in this game and you want to be a bodybuilder, first of all, why haven't you got a coach who knows more information about you? Do you know what I mean? Like it's a sport at the end of the day.
But at the same time, and me being a coach, this is like really not good for business talk. But you don't need a coach. It is. I started without a coach for like 5 years. Like it's simple shit. I grew a good physique. I was eating enough food. And I was training fucking hard. It's like that's genuinely like the basics of growing. It's like that is what it is. And if you were getting too fat, then you cut back a bit on food. And if you're not gaining enough weight, then you up your food a bit. It's that's how simple it can be. If you want to be meticulous and go in depth, and you really don't have a good understanding, then yes, a coach is highly advised. But if you just want to get a solid physique, then just train fucking hard. Basic lifts, get stronger without hurting yourself, and eat enough good food.
I think it's having someone being accountable for is the biggest part.
Oh yeah, accountability is the biggest thing with a coach.
It's probably me coming from a background of like forever having a coach in everything I've done, in any sport. I've always seen that there's someone there, and I never really understood when people were like bodybuilding and be like, don't need a coach and stuff. I just thought like if you want to progress to the highest level you could possibly go, you're going to need someone who knows more than you, who's been there, done it, etc. Blah blah blah. Do you know the story? You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean? I think that, and we're all sitting there. We've all had coaches and got coaches. Do you know what I mean?
Oh no, totally, man. I mean, from accountability standpoint, it's invaluable. You know, because for some reason, as human beings, we're fucking retarded and we won't be accountable to ourselves as much as we will to someone else, which is stupid because we're the only people we should be accountable to. But that being said, it does make it a lot easier to stick to a plan if you have someone to check in with every week and you don't want to be called a fat cunt because you didn't stick to your plan.
Yeah.
In my case, I have 2 reasons for having a coach. 1, I don't want to think. I just want to do.
Yeah.
Literally, I just want to do. Like, people ask me, how many calories you on? What are your macros? I haven't got a fucking clue. He just sends me a diet and I eat it.
Yeah.
No,
that's a very good point also.
And 2, if I'm on my own and the history's proved it, I'll overwork. And I won't grow at all.
Yeah, that's also... Yeah, I could agree. I could agree with those 2 points. They're very valid. But also, something I say to people is if you can't do something on your own, then you clearly don't want it bad enough, find someone else. Because if you need someone to tell you what to do all the time and you really can't be asked to do it on your own, then you really don't have a love for it. You don't have a passion. Yeah. If you've got fire in your belly, you'll do it whether someone's kicking you up the arse or whether you've got to kick yourself up the arse. You'll fucking find a way to do it. You know? And everyone, it's like everyone. It's like anything. It's like someone who wants £1 million in the bank, but they don't want to put the work in to build a business. Well, you don't want it that bad. You just want £1 million, but you have to love the process to get to that final product. You know, if you don't enjoy the journey, what's the fucking point? Because life is all about the journey. If you don't love prep, if you don't enjoy prep, although you're suffering like a cunt, what is the fucking point? What, to be shredded? You're going to die at the end of the day. One day you will die, and you will not give a fuck if you're shredded or fat. If you do not enjoy this process, this thing that we do, if you don't have a love for it, find someone else. Find something you love and put your all into that.
Life is too short, and you're
fucking right, mate.
20-week prep, whatever it is, you're miserable for all of those weeks. You just wasted all those weeks of your life.
Legit.
Why would you do that?
This is something I say to people a lot because a lot of people have this idea that bodybuilders are these egotistical, pricks that think they're better than other people. I say, mate, if you're 25 stone, fat and happy and doing what you love, awesome. Right. I just have muscle that doesn't make me better than you. It just means I have muscle. That's it.
No, we lost that.
We lost one.
We lost
down.
I mean, as long as you're burden to society, I guess.
Well, sorry about
that.
We're back.
And we're back in.
Have we answered any of these questions anyone asked us?
No, we haven't.
I'll go through some.
Are we? Shoot some at us.
Because we've been on for 1 hour and 9. I think. Well, no, less than that. Probably about an hour.
I mean, this is a bit of a episode, really, because it's just an intro. We haven't got any topics. No, like I want to get guests on and stuff. I've got a few lined up, some really cool ones. A couple of pros as a first couple. We'll do it. Get a date for them. So I'll go through here. And we'll, have you guys got questions as well? Or
I've got some funny questions.
Do you want to do a serious one first, and we'll do an icebreaker style?
I've got a good one. It'll be really good. Do you want me to do it?
Where's Anne?
I'm serious. If I do this, because we've had quite serious speak on this, right? Quite serious bodybuilding speak, intense, passionate speak. If I give this, it's gonna bring it down to sort of my level, right?
Okay, I can deal with that.
So, favorite porn category. And what we going? Go on, go, Joshua. You go first. Come on,
Joshua. You go first. All of them.
All of them
at the same time.
Biased.
No bias. No, but is it really all of them?
Gay.
Gay porn.
Yeah, has to be.
Has to be. All right. Do you want me to go next?
Go on then.
I'll just say ebony porn, black women.
Hence the girlfriend.
Big black ass. Oh, you're not allowed to hit me.
Hey, Josh.
Oh, yeah, fiance.
Which one?
Josh, just whisper to us what the real category is, just quick.
Pardon?
I said whisper to us what the real category is.
Him or me?
No, Josh Gould.
This
yes,
one. Yeah, he Like albino.
Albino. No. Go on, Dan. This is good because you're quite a serious dude.
My libido is absolutely shot still from prep. So I can't even remember.
He hasn't even watched porn for the past 6 months. My libido came back the next day. I threw some carbs in me. I had sex for so long. The missus was fucking in trouble. I went in there and I was like, I'm going to give you the best 45 seconds of your life. Come at me. I walked out that door. I was still, the tremolo was still kicking in. I was ready to go. It was good. I think I lasted for about 10 minutes. I put on a good scene and I was shredded. But that scene out of Psycho when he's in the mirror and he's like that. He's like pumping his bicep while he's doing it. You know the one.
Go on,
Oh, mate, I'm in the same boat as you, Dan. I don't actually know.
You got a girlfriend?
Huh?
You got a girlfriend?
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to get in trouble.
I'll probably say mothers and daughters, I reckon.
Straight up?
Straight up.
Straight up?
That is such an
She
oversaturated.
heard you and now she's on the phone to her mum.
Yeah!
Oh.
Mum, just a quick question. You know, it is Christmas coming up.
If someone asked me a question, you look like Warwick Davis.
Who?
I can see that.
You should have just messaged him back. You look like a cunt.
You look like Warwick Davis. Someone asked me, why can't I see your teeth when you talk? Because I've got a beard, you fucking twat. I've got a massive gap in my tooth, man. The fucking lady loves it. Right. Someone sent me burger nipples or an extreme outie belly button.
What the fuck is wrong with people, man?
All right. Extreme outie belly button, though, if you think about it, I mean, if you get a bad gut, you've seen some of the guts, the belly button comes out too, doesn't it? Get like a herniated belly button.
But what are we talking? Are we talking quarter pounders? Are we talking like?
Which we're talking about near enough the whole pec.
A peck-sized nipple.
A pec-sized nipple.
It just looked like birthmark.
I mean, you can't cover that shit up with tan.
What was the other option?
Extreme outie belly button. I'm talking about 4 inches.
You got basically a penis hanging out of your stomach.
You're lucky than most blokes.
Hey, double penetration. Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, what? That would be fucking crazy porn, wouldn't it?
That'd be your new favorite category after albino.
I mean, I don't know what's going on with Instagram at the minute, but I get loads of questions and people will just send me one, right? Hi, follow me. What the fuck? What's that? Is this a new engagement tactic?
It's like the comments you get. They're like, hi, I love your content. DM me for a shout out.
I've got this one thing, actually, I recognise the name. It's Muscle Freak Fitness. Fucking asked me for me dirty socks or something like that. I remember that name.
Send them his way.
No, I'm not sending anyone. Listen here, all you people send me messages. I have a limited amount of pants, right? I have a limited amount of socks, right? I'm down to Tesco fucking £3 socks, right? Sainsbury's. I'm not bothered. I mean, I'm not saying it's wrong. I used to be a Nike boy, 3 for £10. Not anymore. Not anymore because he put fucking holes in them. I dish pan them in the fucking wash. That's it. Do you know what I mean? And my missus wears me nice pants because I'm wearing your pants to bed tonight. What, Fred? What? The fuck have I got nothing to wear tomorrow? I'm wearing mediums. I'm a large. Fuck. Fucking having that. Anyway, I've just got that off my chest. You know what I mean?
And what were we talking about yesterday in the gym before the
conversation? And I think James Holland said it as well, put it on Facebook, didn't he? He said about the freaks out there asking. So I had someone message me about 2 weeks ago asking for my used posing trunks. I buy them heavily priced as well. They're offering like 150 quid, 100 quid for my posing trunks.
Oh, really? Wow.
What's your address, bro?
Huh?
I'd be like, what's your address, bro? This is my PayPal.
Yeah, PayPal.
Sort me up, bro.
I would have shit on him as well. How about you, dirty bastard?
if they want my dirty posing trunks, the ones I do my practicing in, I'll say, like, how dirty do you want them? I'll take a shit in them too if you want.
Yeah. Right. Did anyone else? I mean,
Dan, you had some serious questions, did you not?
I got beard maintenance questions. Dan, you sent me one.
Oh, what was my one?
Beard maintenance routine. How much GH do you need? Do you need? What does it say? Do you need to take to have my own? Oh, your own beard. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, how much GH do I need to have a beard like yours?
Fucking 15 IUs a day. Hashtag buy your fucking growth hormone off me. Humotropin. What's the other one? Is it, what's the Chinese one? Somatropin.
Antimone.
Oh, I don't know. Something gingertropin. There you go. Got my new one. Ginger. PayPal, £80. Get 10 IUs. 10 IUs though. You got to take 10 IUs a day. So just DM me, yeah. That'll get your beard. To be honest, if you really want to know, everyone, I didn't grow facial hair for shit. I went for a little phase of having some bum fluff on here, right? I used to smoke a lot of weed. Thought I was well cool, right? Looked like a bell end. Anyway, I took fucking tests once, and fuck me, I went hairy. 250 tests a week, and forever then, I got hair on my toes. No one told me about that. Side effects. You're going to get fucking all this, blah, 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 all these side effects. Wicked. Doctor never said, oh, watch out, mate. You're going to look like fucking Frodo Baggins.
Basically a bearded hobbit.
What the fuck's that all about? No one told me that. So, yeah. Doctor.
Yeah. For me, it was growth hormone. Growth hormone. For me, I shaved about 2 days ago. If I start using growth hormone, my facial hair goes crazy.
Do you use growth hormone?
Yeah.
Does Jordan know you use growth hormone?
Yeah, he does.
Oh, he does. All right. Just let you know. Typical beard day session include? I don't know. I've got another one, same one about a beard session. Beard's looking good, brother. Did you know that lobsters have 2 stomachs? And what? This is bullshit. And that one's in their head. That's not right.
Maybe it is.
Fuck off. Fuck off.
Potentially.
Hang on. Chanel did a degree in animals. Let's get her on. Oi! Chanel!
Oi, bitch.
Oi, come here.
Come here.
Come here. Right, got a question for you. You're smart. Right, lobsters. Do they have 2 stomachs and is one in their head?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's in their head.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, fucking hell. Well, I'm sorry. It's me, MJ Hurst. I'm sorry, mate. Still, you've made me look like a cunt on here.
That is well.
Oh, that's my top you're wearing. This is what I mean. Wearing my pants, wearing my socks, wearing my Redcon 1 top.
Whilst your fiance's there, what's the name for that? Because if you have 1 stomach, you're monotheistic. If you have multiple, you're a ruminant. So cows that have 4 stomachs.
What's the name for what did you say, Dan? That sounded like a lot of words, mate.
What's the name of 2 stomachs?
The name of a what?
What's the name of 2 stomachs?
What's the name of an animal that has 2 stomachs? No. Like, what was? Give me one again.
So if you've got a single stomach like we do, we're called monotheistic.
Monotheistic.
That's single stomach.
Single stomach.
No, monogastric.
Monogastric.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's someone with 1 stomach. What's 2? Oh, just can't remember. He fucked it.
Oh, these are the questions.
Well, let's see. You've just let everyone down in the non-pro muscle talk podcast. What do you mean I let myself down? I've done my training. They'd eat my food. Fucking hell, it's going to be a domestic on the first fucking ever podcast here.
You want to do a serious question?
Yeah, get some serious questions on, and then I think we call it days.
Yeah, because I need to eat soon.
Yeah, I need to eat.
So, I don't know. What I'll do, I'll save the other one. We'll come back to them next time. Pro Stat. underscore whatever. If the incline bench press doesn't go up despite everything else being progressed in terms of weights, repetitions, etc., what would you recommend to do in order to make it a more productive exercise?
Fuck, that was just a proper nice question.
Well, if you can't improve, as in you can't increase the weight you're lifting.
Well, I don't know what he's terming as progressive overload. If he means
Let's say
go up in weight, but progressive overload doesn't mean just go up in weight. It can be improved form, more repetitions, could be changing
say none of those are working. Change the exercise. Come back to it later.
Yeah, simply put, I would change the exercise.
Yeah.
Out for a dumbbell.
If you've exhausted that exercise, move on to an alternative.
Yeah,
Machine, dumbbell, fucking, there's many alternatives to a incline bench press. And is this Smith? Is it barbell? Like, what are we talking? There's it's somewhat open-ended, but if it's Smith, then move on to barbell, dumbbell, machine. Yeah. That's what I would personally do.
How many rotate? What's your split? Is he doing the same? Is he got the same one rotation, or is he doing like a 3 rotational split? Is it just that one movement? Like, say if it's just the dumbbells, that's the one that's just stalled, and it's stalled for ages. But then his incline, his barbell, whatever his fucking variations for the next 2 rotations are. If fair enough, yes, swap that one out. If it's not working.
And then
how long is it stalled for? I mean, is it stalled for 2 weeks? I mean, come on, bro. You haven't really maxed it out, have you? Do you know what I mean? You've only done 2 tries. You've got the same reps.
I would say, simply put, switch it out. But if it's an exercise that hasn't been in a rotation long, and for some reason it's just hit a sticking point, whilst everything else is progressing very fast, I would consider getting strong in a different rep range in that exercise if you are married to it. I mean, I'm not saying you should be married to any one exercise, but getting strong at a multitude of rep ranges works also. Loading set of 6 to 9 and a back off of 10 to 12, maybe try switching it. Do your back off set, it's not a back off set, but your lighter set first, then go to your loading set after. Try that. That's currently what I'm doing right now for most of my work.
And then the question would be, is it inevitable for that exercise to actually be in your rotation? No. So change it out. That's what I would do.
That's quite a simple answer. I'd go with what Josh said.
I just think you should never, as you said, never marry yourself to one exercise. It's always going to be alternative. And like doing incline is not going to make a difference if you don't do incline at all. In my personal opinion, pec development will come from any flat fucking movement is going to develop the full pec. Any decline movement will develop the full pec. The incline is probably going to hit your shoulders more often than your chest anyway. So switch it up for something that you like.
I can see where the guy's coming from, because a lot of people see me do a lot of pulls, a lot of deadlifts and everything like that. And if I'm not ready to pull that out of my rotation because I've got a goal that I'm trying to hit, how am I going to continue to progress to hit that goal whilst everything else is progressing, but that's not? And that's the reason I said that if I'm adamant that I'm not pulling that out, change the rep range, get stronger in a different rep range and come back to it. But generally speaking, I would change it for a like, what you guys said.
I agree with you if you have a goal, but then it comes down to, can you still develop your back by taking it out? Yes, switch out. Do you know, that's basically what I come into. You don't have to have that exercise there, so swap it for something else if you're not happy with how things are going with it.
Saying.
What's that, mate?
What are you saying on that?
I stand with you the same, but then also swatch out for like. I said swap it out for a dumbbell, progress on a dumbbell, and then they just transfer over to each other, don't they? Because say if you're doing the 60s on incline dumbbell, you'll be able to do 3 plates on an incline barbell, personally. And they'll just increase, or swatch out, like Josh said earlier, have an A split and a B split. 1 dumbbell, 1 incline, and they'll both progress alongside each other, won't they?
Well, you got any other questions, Dan? I like that one.
I've got one from that Pro Stack as well.
Go on.
That's a diet-wise one, off training.
Oh.
He's put, all right, my question. Calorie surplus period hate the word bulking, just trying to make some more muscle.
Bulk. Sorry.
Take a high amount of calories. Any tips to keep the insulin sensitivity in check?
Yeah, there's so many ways to keep insulin sensitivity in check.
Off the top of my head, I'll just say get more active.
Well, increase activity, fasting, dropping carbohydrates on non-training days if you don't feel they're a necessity. Having carbohydrates certain times of the day instead of all throughout the day if you find that decreases sensitivity. There's so many different ways to improve sensitivity.
Not stuffing your face full of fucking shit food all the time.
Yeah, and that's exactly. Just if you're eating carbs every meal and your sensitivity is decreased, then maybe be more aware of where you're having your carbohydrates and have protein and fat maybe at the beginning and the end of your day, and carbs more focused around your workout.
When you're pushing up in weight, if you're getting too fat, and if you're getting too fat whilst you're pushing up in weight, you're likely your food is too high anyway, which is going to reduce your insulin sensitivity, or you don't train hard enough. I don't see a lot of guys that train really, really fucking hard that can push their body weight up high who lose their insulin sensitivity quick. I mean, they only do if it's due to their supplementation, generally speaking. But in terms of supplementation that you can use that can promote more insulin sensitivity, believe it or not, I mean, citrus bergamot has a double, it can act in two ways. One, to help your lipids recover, and it's also good for blood sugar. You could use apple cider vinegar, 2 tablespoons in the morning and before you go to bed. You could use a GDA.
I'd say GDA.
Yeah, Strom do a great one. I'm using their one at the minute. Glycomax, that's very strong. Bear in mind, 5 tabs, which is a serving throughout the day, 1,000 milligrams of berberine, which is very strong. Or if you get worried about the down regulation of mTOR or whatever they're, bollocks, ALA can be a good option, like 300 milligrams pre and post workout with your carbohydrate meals is great. You could use cinnamon on your meals.
Something he said in the question. What did he say about a surplus?
Yeah, because he said something at the start, didn't he?
Because did he say like how long should you be in a surplus?
Oh no, he's basically said he's trying to make it sound better. So instead of saying he's bulking, he's in a surplus period.
Okay, but did he ask how long he should?
No, he's basically put calorie surplus period brackets. Hate the word bulking. Just trying to make some
how
more.
long have you been in a surplus? Because, as Dan said, if his insulin sensitivity has decreased that much, he probably got too fat if he's in a surplus.
Yes.
And he's been there for a while.
Yeah.
He probably just do a little cut, recomp, and go again.
Yeah. Produce food.
Yeah.
You got any others?
I think personally, just one more thing on that. Going back a little bit, if you have taken it a little bit too far, instead of, you can either stay there and try and hold the weight, which can be detrimental also because the insulin sensitivity is shut down. It's not as efficient. Any extra weight you do gain and your efficiency at processing food is going to be worsened. So maybe taking a step back on your diet and just, taking off 10 pounds or 15 pounds can be a good thing. I mean, it's a magical thing what you can get from a little rebound, even if you're not getting shredded, but a little rebound can be great. So an example of this is, so post-show, I got my bloods done. I've got it in front of me here. Where is it? So my HbA1c came out at 26.64 moles. That is right on the low end of being almost hyposensitive, and that's 8 weeks post-show. I've pushed my body weight up nearly 40 pounds, and my insulin sensitivity is still like that. Just shows the power of a rebound.
Yeah.
In terms of tracking your blood glucose, I think some people go a little bit carried away that they measure it every morning. They like to prick their finger every morning. I don't think that is necessarily maybe once a week while you're really pushing calories, just to get a kind of a trend. But other than that, you know whether your insulin sensitivity is going to shit because your pumps go in the gym. You just get fat. Any weight you add, it's fat, and you know it is. You're just getting soft. The extra weight is not serving any benefit to performance whatsoever.
Sort of my protocol on a Friday morning. Prick my finger, see if you've got a good average week by week, and mine's been alright actually. And I've obviously put on a fair bit since I've been post show. Yeah, it's still nice to have a bit of hunger there on my rest days, because then I'm still getting to the end of the day thinking, fucking hell, I am hungry. Should I be this hungry? But then the next day, calories are in. There we go. It just shows your sensitivity is still there.
That's another sign that your insulin sensitivity is good. Your appetite.
Yeah.
Look your appetite. You're hungry going into your meals. You can put in your meals away. And a great way, also, Josh alluded to on his story, I think today, is go for a walk.
Yeah.
Keep food moving.
I think that's brilliant. I don't know if you follow much of Stan Efferding's kind of things in his vertical diet, but he says go for a 10-minute walk after you eat. It's going to be more effective than metformin or blood glucose. So that can be an option also.
A lot of people do that. They get lazy in the off season.
Oh yeah.
They're like, I'm not going to do cardio because I'm not going to make any gains. Fuck off and just get that. Like seriously, if you have good cardiovascular endurance, your sessions will be that much more efficient. I was talking about it today with my brother. We did legs today, me and my brother, and we did a hack squat set that was just fucking brutal. And we finished, and I was like my heart was going. I was fucked. My legs were fucked. My heart was racing. But then I was, within like a minute, I was cool. You don't want to lose that, man. You don't want to be taking 5-10 minutes between sets. Like, I'm fucked.
Well, you'd be pretty serious. CV fuck if you had 5 minutes.
Mate, I've seen it in the gym though. Like people are like, oh, I'm bulking. I'm like 110 kilos, bro. I'm like, no, fat cunt.
Fucking on 10 T-balls a day with their fucking heads like this big all blown up.
Literally.
Big, and I'm like,
I think of maintaining good insulin sensitivity is keep those high rep sets in. I know for me, whilst I'm pushing my body weight up, at the end of my leg sessions, I've always got a Widowmaker set. Set 20, at least, that you use a weight that you should be failing at 15, but you prolong the set.
That's another thing. Regarding high reps, like don't be afraid to do high reps just because Jordan Peters lifts heavy for low reps.
Well, that's Jordan prescribed it to me, Widowmaker.
No, what I mean is like a lot of people see this progressive overload as this thing where you 1 or 2 sets and you go heavy for a short amount of reps, and then that's it. And you don't do any high rep work. They overlook it massively,
I do like hardly any. I do probably the only high rep set I do is probably a quad drop set. Everything else is like my bicep curls. Just like, well, that's on bicep curls, but pretty much everything's just 8 to 10, 2 sets or 1 set.
My set, the set I dread every week is my high rep deadlift set, and I failed today because I gassed out.
Oh, he's blowing out of his arse. Get him.
I got to 15. So I done. What did I do today? I did deficit pulls. I did 230 for 8. Then I did 260 for 5. By this point, I'm fucked. My lower back pump is just stupid. Then my total back off set, like really light, is 180. I'm aiming between 15 and 20. I gassed out. I got 15. But the reason I failed is because I gassed out. That's a sign for me. I cannot get rid of that set. I need to try and keep that up. Because if I get rid of that set, my cardiovascular is going to go to shit.
Yeah, but that's the shit that works though. But that's exactly the same as me. Like I'll do a heavy RDL, like 200 kilos, 8 reps, and you're like, raw. But it's like, right, now it's time to back off, and you've got to hit like, you might be hitting 15, 20 reps. I don't stop until I genuinely cannot do any I can't move. So if I'm like, right, I'm going for 15, and it's like, oh shit, there's a lot more in the tank, I get scared mid-set, and I'm like, you just keep on going, bro. And you finish, you're like, Fuck.
Have you ever caught yourself out where you've picked a weight that say you're meant to be getting 15 and you get to about 10 and you're thinking, oh, for fuck's sake, this is a 35, fuck me up, death set coming up.
Yeah.
Sake. And you know, oh, I'm in for it now. You can't re-rack and pick a heavier weight. You're committed.
No,
Yeah,
you know,
Gone too far.
you're in it for the long run now. So you're on that hack or whatever it is, 35 reps in. Oh,
That's the shit that gets you scared for your life.
Mate, you guys do some high rep shit, man. I get pissed off if I've picked a weight and I'm like, I think I can get 15. I will get seriously. Like, the only time I'll actually lose my rag is like around then. And like, I'm just a nasty fucker to be around. It's over the most stupidest things. So like, I'll do like rack pulls and I'll pick something and I'm like, right, this is like, I fucking smashed it. Like, I've been getting really strong lately. So, you know, and I'll pick the same weight. I'll pick a heavier weight and I'll like, I'm going to fail between 8 to 10 and I get to 7 and I'm fucking going for it. And I'm like, I'm not struggling yet. And I will just lose my fucking rag. So I might fail on 14, but I'll throw my fucking wrist wraps across the gym in the fucking huff. And I'm a fucking, if I'm training with my missus or training partner, like, yeah, that's just Josh throwing his toys out the pram. It's just like, for fuck's sake. I just get really fucked off of it because then it fucks my next setup. For fuck's sake.
so that's not even your back.
No, I don't. So I like, it's weird with my training. I'm just like, I go balls to the wall for like both sets. I won't, say if I fail on 9, I'll be like, all right, I'm not changing the weight. I'm going to fucking, I'm not getting anything lower than 8. And there's probably a bit of immaturity there. But if you ever watch some of my training videos, where like I put out there's definitely some like, you'll see me just fall down. I'll get someone to spot me, and I'll be like, I'll get to 8. So if it was a hack squat, and I did previously, I did the same weight, and I got 9. I'll get literally to 7, and I'm down at the bottom, and I'm stuck, and I'll get someone to lift me up and just do a force rep. So I got an extra force. I know, and it's probably immaturity, but I have to take it there. I have to take it to that point. It's just ridiculous how but my training, I said, it's literally like, it's so Dorian Yates. It's just like, you know, but like a leg day, I'll do two sets of 8 to 10 on a hack squat, and then it'd be like, yeah, one set of 8 to 10 on a narrow Smith squat, something like that.
That probably falls nicely onto one of the questions I got.
Okay.
What are your training splits? So is it like a push pull legs?
Yeah.
Upper, lower?
Yeah, push pull push. I do push, legs, rest, pull, rest, and repeat.
Dan, are you sort of similar at the minute?
Very similar. So he rests either side of pull, I rest either side of the legs. Just priority of body parts need to come up and legs.
Yeah, and then with my back.
Josh, what's yours?
Mine is a bit varied. It's I hit quads once every 12 to 18 days. I'll hit chest once every 10 days, and then I'll fill in the rest of the days with shoulders, arms, back, and literally just rotate through those because they're my weakest body parts. And hamstrings. I'll have one back day where I'll hit hamstrings with back. I'll have a hamstring day on its own, and I'll hit hamstrings with quads as well. Arms, I'll hit them on their own. I'll hit biceps after back. I'll hit triceps after shoulders, and I'll hit shoulders at least 3 times a week.
So, Josh, if you were a JP disciple, you'd be calling that leg pull.
Yeah, leg pull. Leg pull.
For fuck's sake.
I sort of go by instinct more than actual split that I stick to. I'm happy to do that.
That's probably similar along the lines of mine. Sort of a bro split, but it's a calculated bro split.
It's an ant split.
Yeah. So it's like I train legs every 10th day, which because they're an upper body part, and I'll fill in the other days with like a shoulder day, sort of similar to yours is.
Yeah.
Just fill in your weaker parts instinctively as well. I have an idea of what I'm going to hit and what I'm going to go in for, but if it doesn't feel right on the day, I won't do it.
One of the reasons for the way I've structured things this year as well is because last year my main focus was hamstrings and back, and they seemed to come up quite a bit. So if I can put that same focus into my arms and delts as well, then it's inevitable that they'll grow.
That's I'll put in a second hamstring day, one at the end of my back day, and then one with legs. And that brought up because my quads just overpower my hamstrings. I think everyone has that problem. Just obviously putting more emphasis on them will just promote more growth.
Yeah.
Hamstring is one of those body parts that you cannot have them big enough.
No.
Yeah.
Mm.
Until that's slapping against your calf, you won't be able
Even then, bigger.
Well, my calf won't be growing anytime soon, so the hamstring's got to grow.
Awesome.
That's the thing. Calves, do you think it's genetic? Do you think it can actually make them grow?
Make them grow.
I don't know.
You're built with your insertions, but whatever your surgeon is, that can increase.
Do you want a tip for big calves? I'll give you a tip for big calves. Walk on your toes.
Walk your toes for the whole your life.
Seriously, mate, I've done it. I got decent calves.
We had this discussion on my podcast. He said, "There's this bloke, right? I tell you a story, and it is true. This guy walked on his toes all the time, and he goes to me, he said, look at these calves. These geezers are fucking immaculate calves, right? Geezer never lifted a weight in his life, right? This is before I started lifting weights, and he was skinny as fuck, right? But his calves were like fucking these big, round, juicy things. I was like, you showing me? He was like, yeah, it's all the football days. It was all the football. And then he walks off, and he's walking on his fucking tiptoes. I was like, no, it's not. Because every fucking time you walk, you're doing a calf raise, and you've been doing it for fucking 24 years, you bastard.
It works, man. I've been doing this since I was 2.
What is it about bodybuilders and calves? Like, if we see a set of calves in public, we're like, oh.
Because they just look awesome, man.
That's weird, isn't it? You know when you see just people like you're just in, I don't know, especially in the summer, you just see some random you're in the shop and you're like just going shopping, you're like, and there'll be a guy who doesn't even look like he lifts weights, and you would just see a pair of calves, you think, fucking hell, he's got some calves on him, and he must look at us just like, what the fuck's that bloke looking at my fucking legs for?
I don't know. It's just if you see like quad, knee, and then calf, it's just like it completes the leg. It just completes the leg. It's like so pretty.
Yeah.
I want to change my answer. Actually, that would be my porn category.
Calves. Yeah. Calf fetish.
Just a compilation of calves walking off.
Just people with big calves.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Does anyone get any other questions?
Ones I've got might be long-winded.
Okay, we can save some for the next podcast because we can literally get straight into questions and stuff.
I've got one we can end on. Someone's copied the size game question, and it is: would you rather sit on a cake and eat a cock, or sit on a cock and eat a cake?
What? Fucking hell! What have we got to do?
That's
eat.
Different question.
That's simple.
How big's the willy?
Hey, there's only so many calories in cum, but the amount of calories in cake, you're going to get huge.
Yeah.
True, but how big's the willy, mate? That counts for everything, man.
I'll ask.
I should not put that in my mouth. I think I'd have to put a cake.
I'd eat the cake, yeah, but you fucking
I'd probably eat the cake and then just not sit down for the rest of my life.
Oh, mate, I should do hack squat the Monday after.
Ooh. Yeah, I'll probably eat the cake.
You just blow out your ass and walk around wearing.
From a bodybuilding perspective and growing the most, I'd probably eat the cake.
What flavour cake is it?
Carrot cake.
Mate, I don't think it matters. I'm not putting a cock in my mouth.
I think that's a good question to end on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Top cake.
A little bit of a, kind of weird episode, trying to introduce it and everything like that. We still.
Sorry.
What was the name we suggested earlier? What was that?
What was it? Non-pro UK.
That's a piss take, though. I don't know. We haven't come up with a name yet.
Four cunts on Skype.
Four cunts on Skype. I like that.
What if we carry on this podcast for quite a while and one of us do turn pro in that time?
I would like to think one of us will.
Yeah.
Oh man, if we carry this podcast on all the whole way, and one of us turn pro while doing it, that'd be cool because then it'd be like the whole journey.
That'll be the non-pro podcast by bar one.
Yeah, you have to keep changing the name though. It'd be like 1 pro for 3 amateurs, and then it'd be like 2 pros, and then but the last person who goes pro took fucking ages to do it. It would be like about fucking time. 4 pros to the podcast.
We'll just call it the Don't Click This podcast.
Oh my
How
god.
well?
The biggest
clean.
clip ever. I'm fucking ever going in.
The Don't Click This
To be
podcast.
honest, I'm happy with the non-pro UK. What was it? What did you say?
I don't know, what do you call it? The non-UK pro tour muscle. I don't know. Fuck that. But well and truly.
Yeah, I can't remember what I said word for word. But it was basically not yet pro muscle podcast.
The Muscle Radio with Little Muscle.
Oh,
That?
what's that?
The Little Muscle Radio.
They're not quite there yet.
Not quite yet, that crew.
Yeah, not quite yet.
Not quite yet, there yet, crew.
Yes.
We're trying.
We're trying. We'll go through it all tomorrow though, because what I'll do when I'm at work, I'll just file this about because I'll have to get a new YouTube channel set up and an Anchor FM, so we can get it onto Apple Music and Spotify. That's the one. Yeah.
And we need to think of a name. I'll put a thing up on my... We should put a thing on Instagram and get suggestions.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh man, Dan, you know you're still recording, right?
That wasn't me. That was Am.
Yeah, I know, but you're still recording this whole conversation.
Oh, I know.
Oh, right, okay. And just shit his pants.
That's right. Sorry.
Oh, it's fucking
I'm gonna make some food and go to bed.
I've got to go.
Yeah. I'm gonna eat food.
Good.
I've got to check my spreadsheet first.
Yeah, I've just got to check my spreadsheet for.
I have put some bands on my bed to make sure I get a good night's sleep.
You're not wearing your hater blockers today, Dan.
I've still got 2 more meals to eat, mate, so I'm not quite.
What are you doing to me? I have to stay
Oh,
up. Staying up. You're going to put a video on and be like, staying up, eating my food.
He's going to put his calf porn on and wank with some oats in his hand.
Does anyone do this, right?
Spunky oats.
It might be really weird. Does anyone put like the motivational eating? And then it'd be like Rich Piana talking about eating, where you're like, well, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. You have to stay up eating your last meal. You're watching it. No, it's me.
Yeah, I think it's just you. Bro.
Sitting there.
I'm like 4 weeks post show, so like I've got 2 meals left. I could happily eat them back to back, order a pizza, eat that, and everything else is in the house right now.
See, I would never stack up meals. I'll always wait. I'll never, even if I am hungover, always like just stop to it.
I'd rather wake up in the night and eat.
I don't go there. I don't wake up. I just stay up.
I'll set an alarm, wake up, roll on the bed, eat, go to sleep again.
I mean, I'd rather probably play COD and wait for a meal than.
Yeah, that's what I do. I'm dead. Just go fucking mental.
If I'm sleeping, I'm sleeping. I'm gone. I struggle to get to sleep anyway, so like once I am sleeping, that's it.
I monitored my sleep the other night, and it took me 10 minutes to fall asleep.
That's incredible.
Sleep
All the time I'll do it. It was good. And the weirdest thing is, like, it shows you when I wake up. And when I woke up, it's when I went for pisses, and I remember doing it. Do you know when you think you dream? I don't know. This is really weird. Did you ever? You remember you dream that you went for a piss? Anyone? No. And then I actually got up and gone for a piss, but now I'm like, did I actually go for a piss last night? Did I flush the chain or not? And I'll look in the toilet. I haven't flushed the chain. I've been so tired, and there's piss in there. I'm like, holy fucking shit. Anyway, when I'm doing it, I look on the thing. It goes up like when I woke up. Weird. I went for like 3 pisses in one night. It's crazy.
I smashed some Neuro, 2 tablets of ashwagandha, and in half an hour, I'm like dead to the world.
I like Neuro before I go to bed.
It's very, very good.
Yeah, it's nice.
JP's product. Well, it's on the same thing. Same.
I just like the powder.
It's tasty too.
Yeah, I like the drink. It's something about it, and I quite like. It's a good way of getting fluid in before you go to bed, but then it makes me piss.
And then you dream you're pissing.
And I dream of like the thing is I've got up and gone for a piss, but when I wake up in the morning, I've gone. Did I piss last night or not? Like what happened? Did that happen? Do you know what I mean? Do you ever wake up? I wake up and you just shove your missus a little bit and go back to sleep.
I really need a piss and I need to eat as well.
But anyway,
one thing. We'll leave this till next time. Because I was talking to you about your EFGR at the time. Do you remember?
Mine? Yeah.
I had my blood work done yesterday and mine drastically improved. So I'll go over in the next one what I think led to that.
Nice.
Really hard on supplementation. We talked a little bit about that. And you talked about your hematocrit as well. Mine was out of the reference range, high. And after prep, it was below the reference range. So I've well overdone the IP6. So the dosage of the IP6 might be fine. Because I was saying it was low.
No, I wanted the IP6. I thought it was the what's it called?
Astragalus.
That's it, Astragalus. That's it. I can't even say it.
Astragalus.
In that case, we'll talk about that as well, because I've been using that every day for my kidneys, and that would be something that definitely led to improved blood results, because I haven't really been doing much outside of that for my kidneys anyway.
Yeah. Cool, Beanos.
We'll go into that.
Sick.
All right. Hashtag get massive.
See you later, lads.
See you later.
Good night.
How do I stop recording?
3 buttons, mate.